Incremental readings. Let's continue with one other advantage of incremental reading, and that is the knowledge database. You can search your own collection first before you search Google or somewhere else. So there's a new way to research. Before going to Google, hey, I have a curated collection of what I have been reading and what I decided to remember. And the longer I use SuperMemo, the more useful that is. That, hey, I have a staff of the last 5 years of what I have read and processed. I decided to remember. And if I use it for 15 years, look at that, the last 15 years, massive. So results may be fewer, that's guaranteed, but highly relevant for you. Because if it's in your collection, it's for, at some point, it was of your interest. This goes in consonance, I have a video on that, of your own private search space. Feel free to check it, it's a lot more in depth. Then, a curated knowledge base reflects not the world noise, but the mind's focus. It's the information out there that you got from many sources, and how your mind processes that information and convert it into knowledge. That's the difference. Then, this focused information, every result, become material that you already plan to learn. I can search something that could be in my pending here, like this. It's, oh yeah, now I'm to leadership and cognitive theory, behaviorism, some of that. And I do a search and I come across this that, hey, that was already my collection. In this case, it's totally unprocessed. So, I don't know, but here was something that sparked my interest. That's why I imported that last summer. Or could be here that, hey, here I have something, dialogue. Oi, I still have done. Hey, the Socratic dialogue. And now, makes more sense because now I can use the Socratic method with AI. So I rediscovered this through search. And hey, let me see what I have about the Socratic dialogue in my collection. That appears in whatever else. So dialogue learning makes sense in Plato, that's the original. Meno, also from Greek. Aristotle in ethics. And what is this? Game semantic? And this is from the Game Semantics, the article. So I do this search. And hey, now this that I imported, about a year ago, now this sparks my interest again. But I haven't searched this in Google, that I will have tons of information that is not relevant necessarily for me. This sparked my interest already, and at some degree before I have learned that. I just started, I was in the middle, so in the incrementalism, or perhaps could be the case that I finished and I only have the flashcards, folders and flashcards is fully processed. This ensures context and priority align with your needs. Then in my case, what it will go is, hey, now that this is new, once again, is, hey, let me increase the priority. And put a very high priority now. So at the end of today, I will have fewer distractions and higher relevance. Because it's already a curated search. Now imagine that my collection has, let me see. In my case, I have about 7,000 elements like that. Imagine that I have imported a lot of stuff for many years and processed or have cooked. I could search 50,000 sources. Imagine that. Everything that I came across, Twitter, that someone recommended, that I seen in Reddit, anything that I see watch later in YouTube, read later. I could search through that. Imagine that. That's why one of the advantages of incremental reading is that it serves as a knowledge database. So doing the search and review, you can refine and update items, or reprioritize. The process cuts down on feature reading and relearning. More efficient, more productive. Fun and rewarding. Exploring your personal collection can be surprisingly enjoyable. Absolutely. I remember one software in Linux, Amarok, for music. And I remember their slogan is rediscover your music. And that sparked my interest. What do you mean by that? You just play files, sound files. What about it? No, it's because you had the library with information, metadata, and you could rediscover something that, oh yeah, it was in your collection and you forget about that. It's, oh yeah, this piece of music that I liked and I even forgot about it with time. Same idea. That, oh wow, I had this that I had no clue. I didn't know which priority to set. I could not assess the value, so it was very low. And now that I see it, oh wow, Socratic dialogue, oh wow, da, 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 da. And sometimes it's, oh shoot, it has been 3 years sitting in my collection, and now I regret it. It would have been awesome to jump into the repetition on the day of import. So you can discover hidden gems or notes you forgot you had. So it's not that you forgot the thing, that, oh, I lapsed it. It's that you even forgot you had it. Sometimes it's, oh yeah, I forgot about that, but I know I created a flashcard that will be very low priority that I am neglecting, or topics, da da da. Sometimes it's, oh really? I had this in my collection? So if you ask me if I had the Socratic discourse in my collection, I would have told you, oh, not really. So, every refinement step brings you closer to mastery. Conclusion, to wrap up the video. Searching your collection first offers focused, relevant information. You can always ask AI now, or Google things, but perhaps you want to first search in your collection to see, hey, perhaps I have read something that it was in the different perspective that included that thing. And you start with some links you have formed, some knowledge you already have, of some material, learning material you are in the process of learning. It's a time saver and naturally enhances your long-term learning process. Absolutely. When your knowledge library grows, it becomes your first source of truth. That's called first source of truth for yourself, based on your belief systems and all of that, your preferences and so on. This is catered to yourself. No Google or AI can do that, unless the AI can read your entire collection and understand the priorities of every single piece in your collection. When this comes, it will be a great day to be alive. But for now, it's just you. So, this has been everything about the knowledge database. How incremental reading lets you search through your own knowledge first. See you incrementally.